So when you're using all these skills that I just talked about, when we want to listen with an open heart and give our partner some empathy, we're taking a risk. Our partner's taking a risk by opening up, and we're taking a risk by putting our stuff on hold and trying to understand them and trying to show them, I understand how you're feeling. And that might feel vulnerable to us also. So I just want to validate that that's very normal. We might be nervous about getting it right. It might feel different. We might have that urge inside that's saying, no, don't listen. Just tell them how you're feeling. They're wrong. And so we're doing a lot of different things in that moment to focus on our partner and put ourselves on hold for a moment. And so one thing that can come up and cause some distress, if it does, is sometimes we might take a risk and guess how our partner's feeling, and then they let us know that that's actually not how they're feeling and that we're not really getting it. And we might feel rejected in that moment. So for example, earlier I used the example of my husband feeling stressed about a work project. If he was talking about that with me, and then I was listening, I was doing my best to put my stuff on hold. I was trying to have empathy for him, put myself in his shoes. And I said, oh gosh, it sounds like you're so stressed because you haven't been getting enough sleep. And then he's like, this doesn't have anything to do with me not getting enough sleep. That has everything to do with that feedback I got from my boss. I might feel really rejected. I might start noticing I want to shut down because I was trying to support him, and then it might feel like he's criticizing me. But what I want to encourage you to do is try to look at that differently and try to think about how your partner's actually just doing his best to try to get, or her best to try to get understood. And that if they are willing to correct you like that, it actually shows that they trust you a lot and how important that you are to them, that they want you to be able to understand. And so really try to accept those corrections graciously, and then, don't give up. Keep trying to understand how your partner's feeling. So if my partner was like, gosh, no, it doesn't have anything to do with sleep. It has to do with this feedback I was given at work. I might say something like, oh, well, tell me more about the feedback. And then he opens up about that. And then I have a deeper understanding, and I'm able to say, oh, wow, you were really worried that you were disappointing folks at work after you got that feedback. And then maybe I get it right that time, and he feels better. So it's absolutely okay to fumble when you're practicing these skills with each other. It's absolutely okay to make mistakes. What you're constantly trying to communicate to your partner is, I'm not going to give up on you. You're important enough to me that I'm going to try to understand you. And it works really best when we're each able to take turns doing this for each other, showing empathy to both sides. All right.